Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm Krishna Patel and you're watching Nation Plus News. What if I told you you're being watched? Everything that you do, who you speak to, who you go out with, where you go, and most importantly, what you do on your cell phone. What you Google to who you meet, like I said. What if I again told you you are being watched? And what if I told you that everything that you're doing currently is being sold to giants for billions of dollars? Anxious? To know more about this in detail, in depth, I have been joined by cyber expert Mr. Mayur Bhusavalkar. And he will be, as he's joined us this evening in the studio, he will be telling us about this in depth and how giants are using your and my data to promote themselves or to know about what we are doing and where we go. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us.
Thank you very much for calling me.
Sir, as I said, that the giants are collecting all the data and the things that we are doing on internet, be it clicking pictures, be it going out with our friends, be it who we go out with, be it who we call, who we message, everything. And they are selling all of this data for billions of dollars. What is this picture exactly?
First of all, they're providing their all services free of cost. I'm asked to everyone, do you pay anything to the Google? No. Do you pay anything to the Facebook? No. Do you pay anything to the WhatsApp? No, never. So, if you do not pay anything and then you are utilizing the services, then now you think on it how they paid the salary to their employees, because there are large amount of employees are being connected with these all IT sectors companies. So the question is that if they are providing their services free of cost, then how do they earn that revenue? This is the big issue. So while you are installing any application at the first time, you remember, you just check mark on the given checkbox and there is terms and conditions. There are so many terms and conditions given. Do you read any terms of condition? Do you read that all the details, all the points given in the terms and condition? No, never. And you are just putting your permission on this checkbox and then correct sign would be there and your permission will be accepted. So that my humble request to everyone, before going on any applications or while you are downloading the applications, at that time you just read each and every terms and condition, and there in the conditions they clearly indicate that we can utilize that data with our promoters, we can share with data that the advertisement companies which are the global partners and being associated with us. So it is given there. And the one more thing that I am sharing by this way, while you are utilizing your data, that they are collecting your web activity, means they are collecting your details like the web activities, whom you like, that responding or that responses that you are just giving, your choice, your like, your unlike, everything they are collecting because it is the data. And nowadays the data is more powerful weapon, more powerful wealth in the world.
So not sometimes, I would rather say a lot of times, the same data or what we do on internet is used by other individuals as well, and that is misused. So the more important question now lies is that what if all the data that, if for example, let's talk about Google, let's talk about Facebook, let's talk about Instagram. All of these people, we do we do apply to the terms and conditions, we do accept them. But then why is there, why aren't they protecting our data? Because, when we're agreeing to the terms and condition, it also means that we are putting our faith into them. So why aren't their, protection systems so much more powerful?
Definitely. That I told in that opening debate. The one thing is that we never read the terms and conditions. Any users in the world, the survey said that things only the 1% user in the total 3.5 billion users are using the social media, and among 3.5 billion only the 1% people or less than 1% people read the terms and conditions before just giving the approve. So this is the big loss on every side. And in the terms and condition, the last point in the terms and condition, the clearly mentioned your data, that is our main priority. We will try to protect your data in a very better way, but afterwards it is on electronics systems, it is that generated by the human being, and somehow due to the some vulnerabilities, due to that if we lost the control of your data, maybe that is on the loss side, but we are on the faith side, we are protecting your data, that is gently, but somehow due to the some vulnerabilities, if the data is getting in the wrong hand, then we can't do anything in that. That is clearly written in the terms and conditions. So you are giving the permissions, and along with that the intention, I don't know what is the intention behind it, but the problem is that every times on various either we are talking about the Googles, we are talking about the Facebook or any site, that data would be in the wrong hand, and due to that we compensate so many things as a user.
Hence, the entire responsibility of making sure that our data is protected,
Yes.
it comes on us. So, what do we do in order to make sure that all of our data is safe, and no one will misuse it? Because when we speak about social media, we come across lot of problems, lot of issues which are either related to bullying, either related to fake profiles, either related to phishing attacks, either related to message bombers and emails and a lot of things. So as individuals, what should we do to make sure that our data is safe and does not go to the wrong person?
See, that is not in our hand. That if you would like to protect your data, that I always advise in every interview, always don't share your original email address. Original means what? That is link up with the government officials, government websites like Aadhaar card, PAN card, and along with that all that the email address that is you are sharing with your bank, that email address is being linked up with your bank account. Don't share this email account with the social media giants. Why? Because if it goes into the wrong hand, then it's quite difficult to manage for them, because already they given this a notification in the terms and condition. So my humble request to everyone, and in every interview I said these things, go with the either 2 or 3. If you have the limited source of work, then you go with the at least 2 email address. One is it is for that bank and government official, and second email address you consider for these social media giants, and it's quite easy to switch over from one account to the another.
Now, so these days we are witnessing a lot of hacking and cybercrime cases as well. We are, coming across so many incidents in India itself in the past couple of weeks, where so many people had either their email IDs hacked, their social media hacked, or even their bank accounts hacked sometimes. So, what do we do in such cases?
Be conscious. That is the first thing that you should keep in your mind. First thing, that whenever you receive any mail from the untrusted users, first don't trust and delete it. This is the first thing. Don't be curious what is there in the things, and this is the best practice. Do not touch any link that you are receiving on the social media. This is the another practice that you follow in the daily routines life. So these 2 things you always keep in the mind. Do not touch the spam folder or that the mail coming from the untrusted source, number 1. And second thing, second important part, it is the do not touch or do not follow any link that you receive on the social media. These 2 things you keep in your mind, you are 90% protected. Number two, while you are receiving the curious message like, are you find out yourself in this video? Never be curious, friend. That video is not belongs to you, but they are creating this kind of intensity, and then take your accounts authentications, or that whatever the confidentiality that you maintain for your account, that all the controls they take over after just creating this kind of curiosity. So whenever you find out this message, either on your social media, like related to the Facebook, related to the Instagram, related to the Google, don't enter your credential over there. If you enter your real credential there, then your control goes to the wrong hand. But my one more request to the everyone, always activate the two-factor authentication. If someone may hack your social media account or trying to enter into your social media account because somehow they are getting your credential, data is getting leaked maybe, and that the credential goes into the wrong hand,
Right.
then I am instructing everyone, the one thing that you keep in your mind, activate today after showing this show, that check whether you are activated or enabling your two-factor authentication or not. If you not, then enable it today. Then suppose your password may be the broken or that in the some one negative people's hand, then you are protecting your account. So this is the thing that the things that you are keeping in the mind. I am coming on your questions. Recently the NCRB produced the data. NCRB means National Crime Record Bureau.
Right.
According to the National Crime Record Bureau, in the last 5 years, the cyber crime is going to be the increase by 235%. It's a big amount, and that those cases are getting registered. But I am talking about that is 10 times, 100 times more cases not are going to be the registered. You look on that. So the important is that in Hindi there is one kahavat, lalach buri bala hai. So don't touch, don't see these lucrative offers. Sometimes you find out some lucrative offers. There are so many lucrative offers are trending on the social media, like iPhone 14, iPhone 13 in just 10,000. Can you believe?
Right.
Can
Now,
you believe
sir-
in this? So don't go on these lucrative offers, friend, and then be safe.
Now, sir, since we are talking about two-factor authentication,
Yeah.
a very basic yet very important question, because we were speaking of hacking as well. So, when your phone, for example, if my phone is already hacked by someone, how is two-factor authentication going to help me?
First, two-factor authentication will not allow any intruders or any that third-party users to enter in your account.
Even when my whole phone is hacked?
Yes. Because that you are receiving the message, OTPs.
Yes.
When someone trying to enter in your account, immediately you are getting prompted. If already you are not saying that thing, if suppose my phone is getting hacked, your phone is hacked.
So the
Your
person
your
receives
phone
the
is
OTP
being
also, no, sir?
that I'm saying, I'm just let me complete that things. Your phone is being hacked. Already you are installing so many applications in your device, on your device, friends. So every applications required some permission to access, and properly 100%. If you would like to access any permission by 100%, then you need to allow them the all permissions. You need to permit them the all permissions. And once you allow them the all permissions, then already your phone is hacked. So my humble request is that if you activate the two-factor authentication, at least you find out the message. You find out the message on your phone. And one more thing, that is the important questions. If the two-factor authentication is being enabled, then it's the chances of the phone is getting hacked. Yes, but the access control or account control be taken by the intruders. Yes, but my one request to the everyone, at least you go with the two email address, and along with that you go with the two SIM cards. But I am personally recommended that everybody who can bear the 1500 rupees, then that all importance means that the number which is linked up with the government official, which is linked up with the social media, at least you install that cards in the featured phone. And if you have the featured phone, then it's a chances of hacking is never.
Now, sir, for example, since we're talking about again two-factor authentication, if in the most simplest way, I was to explain this, or I were to explain this to my viewers in the most simplest way, how can you, explain the fact on how two-factor authentication works when your phone is already hacked? Because then the person has access to your SMS as well, so he can get your OTPs as well, right? So how would it work then?
That I'm saying,
In
if
the
you are
simplest way,
if you are having the second phone,
Yes, sir.
you just the number that is being linked with the any social media account or the bank account, you just install that SIM in the feature phone. Feature phone, that is the keypad phone. That
Right.
is the terms. And whatever you are using the smartphones. Okay, if the phone is getting hacked, that is your smartphone, not the feature phone. So once you are keeping that card, SIM card, that original SIM card that is with link up with the bank and social media, if you are keeping in the feature phone, then you are getting the SMS in the feature phone. That I am saying. So if you are getting the SMS in the feature phone and the chances of the feature phone is getting hacked, that is only the 1%, and that is done by the Bluetooth, not by the that applications installed.
Right. Now, sir, I want to...
So I am recommended. I am just clear. Let me clear. I am just recommended that things. But I am coming on that questions. If your phone is getting hacked, and if you are enabling the two-factor authentications, then you are on the right side. Everyone can get the access of, or anyone can get the access of your data. That is
Right.
thing.
True. Now, sir, I have this one message that came to me at 11:10 p.m. last night. And this message, I did not reset my Instagram password, but I got this one particular link that we're showing you on the screens.
Okay.
I got this one particular SMS, and this is giving me a link of if I want to reset my password, but I never tried to reset my password. So does this happen oftenly, sir?
Yes, someone trying to take the control of your account, Instagram account,
Right.
and due to that, if he is or she is maybe trying to take the control of your account, and they install means your user ID, if they may know, and enter your user ID there, then you are receiving the that authentications or that the warning message on your device. So
Right.
this is the message that I that's seen. It is from the Instagram.
Right.
So Instagram warn you about that things, ki someone trying to take the access of your account. So be conscious about that things. And if you don't share anything, or if you don't follow the link and don't share with anybody, then it's quite remarkable or quite difficult for them to get the access of your account.
Sir, to stay safe, just for the sake of safety, how do I, or how do people recognize, or how do we find out that our phone is hacked already? For example, if my phone is hacked, how can I realize, or how can I find out that my phone is
Okay, the symptoms you may wanted to ask.
Exactly,
the
the
symptoms.
symptoms, yes.
How do I get the know about the if my phone is getting hacked? Yes. See, during the application uses, your applications getting immediately crashed. Number one. Number two, the battery is getting drained too fast. Number third, internet connection is getting that the data connection is getting fasterly to be the down or that empty within a certain period of time, or 10 or 15 minutes of uses, or you find the message the 50% data has been used,
Right.
like that. Fourth one, the battery is getting drained. During the call, that phone is getting overheat. Okay, and sometimes if you are calling, then at that time you are finding the echo voice during the call, or that call is suddenly dropped. Okay, one or two times it is due to the network problem, but every time that the call is getting dropped, this is the chances of that your phone may be the hack, or maybe having the malware or anything.
So what can people do when they realize
Yes,
that their phone is hacked?
if the phone is getting hacked, then this is the only the one thing that you need to follow. This instruction is that the factory reset it and then change the password, change the all passwords, and that is the regularly practice you considered. After every 1 month or 2 month of period, you change your password. That is to be the required. And one more thing that I am just instructed to everybody, and that I am requesting again and again, that one thing, you just purchase the license antivirus, because people are always prefer that open source softwares, or that the doctorate software. I don't prefer the doctorate software or the open source software. If you wanted to utilize that software or the full features of that software, then always I recommended go through the antivirus software or license software. And I also recommended install the antivirus software and license antivirus software. Why license antivirus software is required? Because it will protect your device by the 360-degree angle, because see, every day that our screen time is getting higher and higher, around 7 to 8 hours screen times we have. So the chances of attack is more if your screen time is more. This is simple practice. So I recommended always go through the licensed antivirus software, and the cost of licensed antivirus software is 1 rupee 65 paisa per day. So if we invest the 165, then our device is getting protected 99%. So my humble request to everyone, install the licensed antivirus software and then protect your device.
Right. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us, and it was pleasure to have you in the studio.
Yeah, same to you.
Thank you so much. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this was Mr. Mayur Bhusawalkar with me. He's a cyber expert, and as all of us know that these days, staying on the web, staying on the internet, using a lot of Instagram, using a lot of Facebook, using a lot of Snapchat is dangerous. We accept it or not, but yes, we are in the radar. There is someone watching us 24/7, and that is not your girlfriend or your boyfriend stalking you. But yes, we are all under the radar. There are people watching us all the time, and our data is being sold to giants. And hence, FYI, there's some information, there are some pointers that we also would like to make sure that we pass it on to you. One of which being that make sure you keep changing your passwords every now and then. Make sure that you have different passwords for different applications. Like for example, your Facebook password, Instagram password and Snapchat password should not be the same. Make sure that you have different passwords every time. Make sure you have unique passwords, again something that is very important. Make sure that your passwords consist of something that people can't even think of. That's again very important, if I'm right. And make sure that you scrutinize everything before you post it on your Instagram. These days with the trend of reels and the trend of Instagram influencers coming up so much, people post contents every day, every minute, every second. But yes, we're all in the radar, and what is very important right now for us is to stay safe. Stay safe, guys. Thank you. Like, subscribe and press the bell icon of our YouTube channel to get all the recent updates. Also, do not forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.